This is a summary of everything that we've learned so far about the unit circle. So I did a 4-part 1, 2, 3, 4 where I do all this in detail, but I wanted to take one where we just kind of make it simple of everything that you're going to need to memorize and know. And I'll have a worksheet ready for you as well to help you. So the first thing you need to know is the degrees and the radians. 30 degrees is pi over 6, 60 degrees is pi over 3, 45 degrees is pi over 4, 0 is 0, and if you make a full rotation, it's 2 pi. 90 degrees is pi over 2. So that you do need to commit to memory. These right here are the basic functions that, again, commit to memory is going to make life a lot easier. We did this by working with the 30, 60, 90 triangles and the 45, 45, 90 triangles. We know that sine of 30 degrees is 1/2. Cosine is square root of 3 over 2. Tangent is 1 over root 3 or square root of 3 over 3. Now, if you take a look at the sine and cosine, they flip-flop, don't they? Okay, so they're just the exact opposite of those. The 45s are square root of 2 over 2 for both sine and cosine. And since tangent is sine over cosine, since they're the same, you get a 1 there. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, and undefined. Memorize this, okay? This right here is the big thing for you to memorize. These right here, the reciprocal functions, they don't necessarily have to be memorized. It took me a while to kind of get these by memory. Now you're going to do so much math with these, likely, okay, that they're going to become part of your memory. But all you have to do is think of these functions that you did memorize, and you just got to flip them and go upside down. So the cosecant goes with the sine, the s goes with the c, the cosine goes with the secant, the c goes with the s. So that's one way. Think of the c and the s as opposites of each other. And all you're doing is taking the 1/2, sine of 30 degrees is 1/2. So the cosecant, flip it over, it's going to be 2. So instead of 1 over 2, it's now going to be 2 over 1. Okay, this was square root of 3 over 2, so it's going to be turned to 2 over square root of 3. Okay, tangent, 1 over square root of 3, well that just becomes square root of 3 over 1. So the cotangent flips. So once you know these, you don't really have to memorize the inverse functions. All you have to know, inverse functions, reciprocal functions, you just gotta know to flip them. That's it. Okay, memorize that. The other thing that's really important is right over here, just the signs that you're gonna use. If it's sine, it's positive on top and it's negative on bottom. If it's cosine, it's positive to the right and it's negative to the left. If you memorize that, you don't really even need to memorize the tangents because you should know a positive over a positive is a positive. A positive over a negative is a negative. A negative over a negative is a positive, and a negative over a positive is a negative. Think about it that way, but you can also memorize it's the corners. Quadrant 1 and 3 are going to be positive, 2 and 4 are going to be negative. So that's an important thing to memorize, okay? Now, the other thing that'll really help you is to do something really quick on how to memorize the pi's, because I know that that freaks people out also. Here's one way to think about it. Remember when we talked about pi, you can also write that as 3 pi over 3, or you can write it as, 6 pi over 6, or 4 pi over 4. Okay, it's the same number, right? Think about it like this. If we're going to go this way, we're going to take away 1, and if we're going to go this way to quadrant 3, we're going to add 1. So if you start to think about it, what would be my 30 degree over here? Well, 30 degrees we know is going to be a pi over 6. Think about that as 6 pi over 6. So that would be a 5 pi over 6, and add 1 more, that would be a 6 pi over 6. So in this quadrant, the top number will always be 1 lower than the bottom, and in this one, 6 pi over 6. This one will always be 1 larger, 7 pi over 6. So if I'm looking for my 1 that's over 4, this would be 1 less, a 3 pi over 4. And the one that's going to be over 3, that's going to be 1 less, which is going to be my 2 pi over 3. This one's going to be 1 more. So the one that's over 4, that's going to be a 5 pi, 1 more than the 4. And the one that's a 3 is going to be 1 more, that's going to be a 4 pi. So that's another way to kind of find it really quick also, is this should know you're going to go 1 more than the bottom, 1 more than the denominator, and here you're going to go 1 less than the denominator. And in quadrant 4, what you're going to do is double minus 1. Because remember, 2 pi, that's the same as saying 8 pi over 4 or 6 pi over 3. We double the top number. I showed that in another video. So to find these, if you just double them and go minus 1, that's how you're going to find it. So the one that's over 6, the one that's over 3, and the one that's over 4. What's double 6? 12. Minus 1, 11 pi. What's double 3? 6. Minus 1, that's going to be a 5 pi. What's double 4? That's going to be an 8. Minus 1, that's going to be a 7 pi. So that's just another really quick way to find all your pi's as you go around these, okay? So, it's a lot, okay? But that's basically it. Once you feel really comfortable with just all these different properties and identities of what's happening with your unit circle, now you get to start doing math, okay? And the math is a lot easier if you have this down. So take some time, feel really comfortable about this whole unit circle thing, and then now you actually get to start doing trig and doing some actual math problems.